Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is stay. There was once a woman named Ruth, living in a land far from home. Her story begins with heartbreak. Her husband died young, and so did her father-in-law and brother-in-law. Suddenly, Ruth and her mother-in-law Naomi had nothing left. Naomi decided to go back to her hometown, a small place called Bethlehem. She told Ruth, "You don't have to come with me. Go back to your own family. Start over." But Ruth looked at her and said words that would echo through history. "Where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I'll stay." She had no promise of safety, no guarantee of a future, just faith and love strong enough to follow Naomi into the unknown. When they arrived in Bethlehem, Ruth did the only thing she could. She went to gather leftover grain in the fields just to keep them alive. And that's where she met Boaz, a kind man who noticed her quiet strength. He heard how she'd stood by Naomi when she could have walked away. Boaz showed her kindness, made sure she was safe, and slowly, a new story began to grow. Not one of loss, but of renewal. In time, Ruth and Boaz married. Together they had a son, a child who would become the grandfather of King David, and generations later, part of the family line of Jesus. Ruth's story reminds us that faithfulness still matters, that loyalty, kindness, and love can change more than just one life. They can change the world. Sometimes the greatest act of courage is simply choosing to stay.